Hello and welcome to this short video on how to create a Google form. Google Forms are simple online forms that you can create to give to others, like your students, for any kind of purpose you can imagine, like collecting data, giving anonymous surveys, having pre-class formative assessment, and so on. So let's get started. First, go to drive.google.com. This is Google Drive, formerly known as Google Docs. If you don't have a Google account, you'll need to sign up for one first before going here. Once you're inside Google Drive, click on the button that says Create and then select Form. In the page that comes up, give your form a title and select a theme if you want one. In this example, I'm going to create a short survey that I'm going to give to my students to collect some questions from them prior to a class meeting. So I'm going to title it Pre-Class Questions for Math 101, and I think I'll select this nice fish theme. When you're done, click OK to move on. You'll see that the title has been inserted at the top of the page and also in the form itself. Below the title is a small text field that I can use to add a global description. Let's add one. Now let's add questions to this form. There's a template already waiting for us when we create the form. Let me change this to an item that asks for the student's name, which is a short text. The title is the text that will appear in the question, so let me change that to say, write your last name. The help text here is for any additional instructions you may need to add. You can leave this blank if you want to. I am going to put a reminder in here for the students that I only want their last names. Now I'm going to select the type of the question that I want. As you can see here in the menu, there are a number of question types that we can use. I'll select text since this is a text question. Under advanced settings, you can set up rules for validating answers. For now, I'm going to leave this blank. There's a box here to check if you want users to be forced to answer this question. In my case, I might like students to submit contents anonymously, so I'll leave that box unchecked. Now I'm going to click Done, and you see what the question sort of looks like. If I want to go back and edit this question, just put the cursor over the top of the question and you'll see three buttons appear. The pencil button lets you edit. This button is for if you want to create a duplicate of the question, and this button is for if you want to delete the question. To add another question, click Add Item. This time I think I'll add a multiple choice item that asks students to estimate how hard they felt the pre-class reading was. So I'll add a title. Then I'll change the question type to multiple choice, and then add some items here, hitting Tab to get from a blank to the next one. When I'm done, I decide whether I want to make this required or not. I think I'll make this one required this time. And then when I'm done, I click Done. Note that with multiple choice questions, there is no option to select a right answer. So I can just keep adding questions until I'm done. You should try experimenting with some of the other question types here to see what's possible. If you click on the down arrow here, you'll see an expanded list of items you can add, including options to embed images and even video into the form. Now let's take the form and send it out to students. Go to the top of the page and click on View Live Form. This will take you to the web page where users actually interact with the form. All you have to do is copy this link and send it out to users or link to it from a website. The URL here is pretty long, so it's helpful sometimes to use a URL shortening service like Bitly if you're going to email the link. Now let's suppose I'm a user looking at this form and I'm going to submit an answer. When I submit the answer, Google creates a new spreadsheet in Google Drive that will hold all the responses that users give. For example, here I'm answering these questions. Now go back to Google Drive and you'll see a spreadsheet with the same name as the form, except it says Responses. If you open that spreadsheet, you'll see all the responses for the form with time and date stamps. There are options within the spreadsheet for viewing the responses in summary form. You can also sort the answers and define filters, for example, to screen out responses that were submitted after a certain deadline. So that's the basics behind creating and deploying a Google form. Thanks for watching.